So did you get down to 23 then? Or?
No, we got down to 24. So
Okay.
we're going to keep you guys guessing for another day or so.
So Oscar's the only move?
Yes.
How tough was that to send him down? I know there were high expectations when he came into camp.
It's not tough. Like, you know what, Oscar did a good job in camp, and it's the one thing you try to punctuate with one player or young players. You didn't fail. You had a good camp. But right now, the best thing for you and the team is for you to go up there and play well. He was great. Took it very well. Oscar's a good player. In American League time, hasn't hurt one player in the history of professional hockey, so he'll be fine. When you say high expectations, we're also talking a kid who came from a big rink, played extremely well, but came from a big rink, and all of a sudden you get in a smaller rink with big guys, fast guys. Oscar played well.
Would you be reluctant to recall him, like say 4 or 5 weeks into the season, if someone was injured?
It all depends. Like, I can't even. It's a hypothetical question. When you're the last player sent down, I mean, that should tell you something right there, right? So now, keep that standing. Go up there and play well. You know, call-ups, there's always a fit. But if the fit is you, make sure it's you that we're looking at, and that's. I'm sure Oscar will do that.
Who do you intend on? I don't know how to phrase this question in a way that
you're not going to get an answer by your first couple words there, probably. But.
Which defenseman should sleep the best tonight?
They all should. They're all going to California, probably. So we'll see.
Oh, they probably all will go.
I would say right now that's a guess, but I don't. My best guess.
In the first half of camp, Lindblom spent a significant amount of time on the line with Giroux and had the first crack at power play 1 in Boston. Midway through the game, Coppola got switched to that unit, and since then, Lindblom's only played in 1 preseason game. What changed in the second half of camp for you?
Well, probably the production part. You know, now in saying that, you only got a few games to kind of prove yourself production-wise, but Oscar played well. He did a lot of good things. He did a lot of good little things. He didn't produce the way he's capable of. Maybe even getting, you know, in the proper spots and stuff. And again, he didn't play poorly. I think our power play wasn't playing that great at that time as well. So there's a lot of things involved, but usually young players, you got to get down to a roster of 23, and they gotta push you, and he pushed us, but just not far enough.
Do you feel like you got everything done that you needed to get done in the offseason, and how was the season so far?
You know, it's funny. People all say, you know, we play 8 preseason games, and they're all, why don't you go down to 6 or 5? And it's like you're trying to get line combinations and D pairs, and that's part of what ties in with Oscar there. You start towards the end, try to refine your lines, your D pairs. You want them to get some time together. You want to figure out what works, and you don't have a lot of games. So it's hard. It's hard for young players to make teams because of that. In saying that, you know, we're going to have a number of rookies, and we expect them to make big contributions.
Ron, assuming that Gostisbehere is healthy, how difficult will it be to send one of the defensemen back? All 3 rookies have played really well in the preseason.
You know what? When you look at a career of a young player, going to the minors is okay, even if it's for a couple years or 2.5 years or a year and a half. It's not a death sentence. You're still a pro hockey player, and you're one injury, one day from a call-up. So it's not as disastrous as I guess you're trying to paint it maybe.
Do you anticipate putting any guys on waivers in the next few days?
Again, I don't know. We're going to make a decision tomorrow and see how Ghost is doing, and we'll figure something out, because we got to find a spot.
Would you anticipate that if any rookies that do make this roster are not going to be extras? Would that be a fair assessment?
Extras in terms of?
In terms of not dressing on a regular basis.
Well, you don't want any young players not dressing on a regular basis, as we saw last year with TK and Ghost.
Right,
young players can sit out from time to time, and it can actually do them a world of good. So I always say it should be part of the process, but we're not going to keep a young player to sit on the bench for the first 30 games, I can tell you that much.